There are tiny things we do every single day without even thinking. Habits so small, so ordinary, that we barely notice them. But after 60, these small choices start adding up in ways that are anything but small. They quietly shape our future, influencing how many healthy, vibrant years we have left. Imagine waking up one morning, looking back, and realizing that something you thought was harmless was actually chipping away at your health day by day. That innocent afternoon coffee that crept into late evenings. That extra hour sitting on the couch because you felt just a little too tired. That shrug you gave when you thought, it is just one more treat, it cannot hurt. The truth is, it is often not the big dramatic things that shorten our lives. It is the little choices, repeated over time, that determine whether we continue to thrive or slowly fade. Today, I am going to reveal 4 small daily habits that can quietly shorten your lifespan after 60. These habits are subtle, they are sneaky, and chances are, you might be doing at least one of them right now without even realizing it. The good news is that it is never too late to change course. You have the power to protect your health, reclaim your energy, and add beautiful, meaningful years to your life. Stay with me until the very end, because the last habit is something almost no one talks about, yet it has one of the biggest impacts on your longevity. Small steps today can mean a stronger, happier tomorrow. And you deserve every vibrant moment life still has to offer. If you find this video helpful so far, please tap the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us reach more wonderful people like you with important health tips and inspiration. And tell me in the comments, how old are you today and what is one healthy habit you are proud of? I cannot wait to read your stories and celebrate your journeys with you. Point 1. The chair trap. It sounds so harmless at first. Sitting down to read a good book, watching your favorite television show, relaxing after a nice lunch. After all, you have earned the right to rest, have you not? But here is something few people realize. Sitting too much, especially after 60, can silently begin to shorten your life. When we were younger, hours of sitting did not seem to do much harm. We had more natural strength, better circulation, and faster metabolisms. But as we age, our bodies change in subtle ways. The muscles that used to hold us upright begin to weaken. Our circulation slows. Our bones become a little more fragile. And long periods of sitting can quietly speed up these changes without us even noticing. Let me tell you about Tom. Tom is a 68-year-old retired librarian. He loves history books and often gets lost for hours in his favorite novels. It felt like the perfect way to spend his well-deserved retirement. But over time, Tom began to notice small problems. His legs felt heavier when he stood up. His back ached more often. He was short of breath after simple activities like climbing the stairs. At first, he thought it was just part of getting older, but a checkup with his doctor revealed something deeper. His muscles were weakening, his blood pressure was rising, and his risk of blood clots had increased significantly, all because he was sitting for long stretches without moving. Here is the truth that Tom learned, and that I hope you will take to heart. Sitting itself is not the problem. The problem is sitting without breaks. When you stay seated for too long, your blood pools in your legs, your muscles stay inactive, your heart does not get the gentle workout it needs to stay strong. Over months and years, this increases your risk for heart disease, diabetes, and even early death. The emotional cost is just as heavy. Tom once loved taking afternoon walks with his wife, but as his strength faded, those walks grew shorter and fewer. He started declining invitations to outings with friends because he worried about keeping up. Slowly, the vibrant, full life he had imagined for his retirement began to shrink, not because of anything dramatic, but because of one small daily habit that had crept up on him. The good news is you can change this starting today. You do not have to give up your books, your shows, or your time to relax. But every hour that you are seated, set a gentle reminder to stand up, walk across the room, stretch your arms and legs. Even just a few minutes of movement is enough to keep your blood flowing, your muscles active, and your heart strong. Some people find it helpful to set a timer. Others stand up during television commercials or after each chapter of a book. You can even combine it with something joyful, like playing your favorite song and dancing for a few minutes. The important thing is consistency. Small movements throughout the day act like tiny investments in your future strength and independence. Tom eventually made a simple rule for himself: no sitting for more than 45 minutes without moving. It seemed like a small change, but over time, he noticed a real difference. His energy returned, his aches lessened, and most importantly, he was able to get back to the simple joys he loved: walking with his wife, visiting museums, and feeling proud of the life he was building after 60. You deserve that same vitality and freedom. You deserve to enjoy every moment of your beautiful life. So today, stand up for yourself. Literally. Every small step matters, and the journey to a longer, healthier life can begin with just one. Point 2. The silent sugar sneak. For many of us, the day is filled with little treats. A cookie here, a candy from the dish on the counter, a few chips while waiting for dinner. These small indulgences feel harmless, almost like a reward for a life well lived. But after 60, mindless snacking, especially on sugary or processed foods, becomes a silent thief of health and longevity. The reason is simple. Our bodies change dramatically with age. Our metabolism slows down, meaning we burn fewer calories even while doing the same activities. Our insulin sensitivity also decreases, making it harder for our bodies to manage blood sugar spikes. That handful of jelly beans, the sneaky crackers before dinner, the extra slice of banana bread with coffee, they all add up, quietly nudging blood sugar and inflammation higher and higher. Let me introduce you to Barbara. Barbara, a lively 72-year-old, loved to keep little bowls of sweets around the house. She always told herself, "It is just a little nibble, it cannot hurt." A caramel after lunch, a chocolate in the afternoon, a small piece of cake if she visited friends. Individually, each snack seemed harmless, but slowly, her energy began to dip. She felt more tired in the afternoons. Her pants fit a little tighter. Routine blood work showed rising blood sugar levels and higher cholesterol, leading her doctor to warn that she was heading toward diabetes. Barbara was shocked. She thought she was eating normally. She did not realize that all those tiny daily choices, strung together like pearls, were quietly shortening her health span. And she is not alone. Many seniors experience this. We do not always notice how much we are consuming because it happens in small, casual moments, not in big meals. The emotional weight is even heavier. Barbara started feeling frustrated with herself. She loved baking for her grandchildren, sharing sweets with her bridge club friends. Food was tied to her memories, her comfort, her identity. The idea of cutting back made her feel like she was losing part of herself. But there is a hopeful truth. You do not need to give up joy. You just need to become more intentional. Instead of mindless snacking, create mindful moments. If you want a treat, choose it with love and purpose. Sit down, savor it slowly, and truly enjoy it. Replace the endless grazing with healthier habits like a cup of herbal tea, a handful of almonds, or a piece of fruit when you feel the need for a small bite. Barbara made a simple rule: one small sweet treat per day, chosen with care, not habit. She also filled her kitchen with healthier options she truly enjoyed: fresh berries, crunchy carrots, flavorful hummus. Over time, her energy improved, her blood sugar stabilized, and she lost the extra weight without feeling deprived. Food should nourish your life, not quietly take it away. Every bite you choose with intention strengthens your future. You deserve a body that feels strong, energized, and joyful for many years to come. And it starts with the small, daily choices you make today. Coming up next, you will learn why skipping strength or balance exercises after 60 can quietly weaken your body and shorten your vibrant years. Point 3. The forgotten muscles. When we think about health after 60, most of us focus on eating well, taking our vitamins, and maybe getting a little fresh air. But there is one powerful key to aging well that often gets overlooked: maintaining muscle strength and balance. Without even realizing it, many people slowly stop using their muscles the way they used to. Heavy lifting? That is for the young. Balancing on one foot? That seems silly or even dangerous. But here is the truth. When you stop challenging your muscles, your body begins to lose them. And this loss, called sarcopenia, does not just make you feel weaker. It increases your risk of falls, fractures, disability, and yes, even a shortened lifespan. Let me tell you about George. George is 74, a cheerful man who walks every morning around his neighborhood. He thought that was enough to stay healthy, and to some degree, it was. But George never lifted anything heavier than his newspaper. He never did exercises to challenge his balance. Over time, his legs grew weaker, even though he was still active. One afternoon, stepping off a small curb he had walked over 100 times before, George stumbled. He fell hard and fractured his hip. The recovery was long, painful, and deeply frustrating. George, who had always been independent, now needed help dressing, cooking, and even moving from room to room. What George did not realize was that simple strength and balance exercises could have made all the difference. Strong muscles act like armor for your bones. Good balance protects you from dangerous falls. Together, they help you maintain your independence, your vitality, and your freedom to live life on your own terms. The emotional toll of losing strength is heavy. After his fall, George struggled not just physically, but emotionally. He missed the morning walks he once loved. He felt embarrassed asking his daughter for help with small tasks he used to do without thinking. He worried about becoming a burden, a fear that weighed heavier than any injury. But there is hope. Building strength after 60 does not require intense gym sessions or heavy weights. Simple bodyweight exercises, resistance bands, or light hand weights can do wonders. Gentle balance exercises like standing on one foot, walking heel to toe, or practicing Tai Chi can rebuild stability in a matter of weeks. George started small. At first, he practiced standing from a chair without using his hands. Then he added light squats while holding onto the kitchen counter. Gradually, he began lifting small weights, doing gentle core exercises, and working on his balance every day. And slowly, George reclaimed his strength, his confidence, and his freedom. The key is consistency, not intensity. Your muscles need regular reminders that they are needed. Every small bit of effort you give them returns to you in strength, balance, and a longer, healthier life. Imagine yourself a year from now, stronger, steadier, moving through your days with grace and confidence. That future is possible. It starts with remembering your forgotten muscles today and giving them the love and attention they need to carry you forward. In the next part, you will discover why social connection is not just a comfort after 60, but a true lifeline for your health and happiness. Point 4. The hidden loneliness. Loneliness is a quiet visitor. It does not knock loudly on your door. It does not announce itself with flashing signs. Instead, it slips into your life slowly, often without you even noticing. After 60, many people find that their social circles shrink. Children grow busy with their own lives. Old friends move away or pass on. The familiar routines that once filled your days with laughter and conversation start to change. And before you know it, loneliness begins to settle in. Not just in your heart, but deep inside your body as well. Scientists have discovered something astonishing. Loneliness is not just an emotion. It is a biological stressor as damaging to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It raises blood pressure, weakens the immune system, increases the risk of heart disease, and accelerates cognitive decline. In fact, chronic loneliness has been directly linked to a shorter lifespan. Let me share the story of Linda. Linda, 70 years old, lived just a few miles away from her children and grandchildren. She had neighbors she waved to and stores she visited every week. Yet, despite being surrounded by people, Linda felt deeply alone. Her children were busy, her friends were occupied. Days would pass without a meaningful conversation. She smiled and told everyone she was fine, but inside, she felt invisible. Over time, Linda's health began to suffer. She slept poorly. Her energy faded. Minor aches became chronic pains. Her doctor eventually explained what Linda could hardly believe. Her loneliness was making her sick. It is easy to underestimate the power of connection. We tell ourselves we are being strong by staying quiet. We do not want to bother anyone. But the human heart is not built for isolation. We are meant to be seen, heard, valued. The emotional cost of loneliness is heavy. It eats away at your sense of purpose, your joy, your reason to greet each new day with excitement. And if left unaddressed, it quietly shortens the beautiful years you still have ahead. The good news is that connection can be rebuilt, no matter your age. It may require stepping a little outside your comfort zone, but the rewards are worth it. Linda decided to make one small change. She joined a local book club at the library. At first, she was nervous, worried she would not fit in. But week by week, conversation by conversation, she built new friendships. She found herself laughing again, looking forward to outings, and feeling needed and valued. Her energy returned, her mood lifted. Her health improved in ways even her doctor found remarkable. You do not have to join a large group to feel connected. Sometimes, it starts with a phone call to an old friend, a coffee date with a neighbor, volunteering at a local charity, even sharing a smile or a warm greeting with someone new. Meaningful connection feeds your spirit and strengthens your body. It lowers stress, boosts your immune system, and fills your days with purpose and joy. You deserve to feel connected, valued, and deeply alive every single day. You deserve friendships that nourish your soul and laughter that adds years to your life. Do not wait for connection to find you. Reach for it. Create it. Because your life, in all its richness and beauty, is meant to be shared. Growing older is a journey filled with wisdom, memories, and the quiet beauty of life experienced fully. But it is also a season that asks us to be more intentional about the little choices we make every single day. The truth is, life does not usually change overnight. It changes quietly, through small habits, repeated over time. Today, we uncovered 4 small daily habits that, left unchecked, can slowly shorten your lifespan after 60. Sitting too long without moving. Mindless snacking that sneaks up on your health. Neglecting the simple strength and balance exercises that keep you independent. And letting loneliness quietly steal your joy and vitality. The powerful news is this: your future is not set in stone. You hold the pen. You are still writing your story. And even the smallest change today can ripple out into years of stronger health, deeper joy, and richer living. Imagine waking up each morning feeling stronger, steadier, and more connected. Imagine a future where you walk confidently through each season of life, knowing you are doing everything you can to protect the beautiful gift of time. You deserve that future. And it starts now, with the simple choices you make today. One step at a time, one day at a time, you are building a stronger, longer, more joyful life. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you love. And I would love to hear from you. Which small habit are you most inspired to change starting today? Your comments not only inspire me, but they encourage our entire community of wonderful viewers. Until next time, take good care of yourself, because the best is yet to come.